Etifu assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Musum for you tia da wani enwe nyina be wo so manaka be onim CSF ni atage no tag Avraham bi Moshe tag Christian ni bi tag Christian so fo bia wo mu wo bia wo doubt about Quran bi afre no tag ni wo mu enwe nyina be wo so manaka be ntino na wa share video no wo di ama inshallah. Chebiana Avraham bi Moshe a topic efa Noah's flood no ho e can say Quran na a mistake Quran neti Professor Rabbi David Frankel or a Jewish rabbi sa Jewish rabbi we also mistake bi wo biblical story of Noah no mu wodi asemo Professor Rabbi David Frankel or a Jew ni Osan so ya professor, wasan ya rabbi, aye article a trouble kafa, Jew for concept of flood no, and you know what story no, has discovered mistakes. Woman. Na Avraham say Quran ne kopene Quran nitinye. When the Jewish rabbis are there disproving the mistakes of the authors of the New Testament, of the Old Testament, you are there. Unsuya she tigana hanom na wano yabe she monyanwe on Professor Rabbi David Frankel on other screen so no henim Professor David Frankel or translated or retranslated the Old Testament and the bro sentira me topic we no me wi na ma kire wasema we hunu mu yi me pese obi anwu se book na wa ukura no kra mfomso wo mu se Bible no Genesis 1 kra mfomso wo mu professor in Judaism and where rabbi re correction a wugidie all this while in your whole lifetime ye didi agro no it means wugidie no stands to be corrected, so therefore wugidie ayera wugidie ahwete apansam de have no wonye bi nko ese ogwan se Peter ya bo na esu no wonya hu hwe wey esusawo miss her, don't bring yourself. Mama yani mo say nandili asem. When you bring yourself, we will tear the Bible upside down. Article or throw in here. Opa also check a site from the Torah.com. Following the story of Noah, plants a vineyard and get drunk in his tent. Or the Hebrew neighbor now translate to prove how scholarly he is. O Ghana Hanom, o friend Christian, o friend we me de say wo nim Bible mun sin Jew ni o rabbi science professor, o Hanom no kra no e bia degree diploma kra mpo wo nyanje certificate kra bia wo bi school dropout me nya nte ye kra say awo Yosef yes or your school dropout to come Bible school ewie. Genesis 9:22. Also Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father's nakedness and told his two brothers who were outside. 9:24. Genesis 9:24. Also, when Noah awoke from his drunken stupor, he learned what his youngest son had done to him. So he said, "Cursed be Canaan, the lowest of slaves he will be to his brothers." Anna, yeah, Bisa say, why does Noah express such a severe curse for the seemingly minor sin of observing his nakedness? Why? Professor Ina Obisa. Pacho was one watch a video no. Neighbor important. And neighbor ya and nunti all cursing on. In Genesis 9:24 no, Noah awoke from his drunken stupor and knew what his youngest son had done to him. If his son had only looked at him, I didn't know Noah. Obehu. If Nibanu Hun say Noah order, if he had looked at him while Noah was asleep there, how would Noah have known when he woke up that such and such has occurred? Obesire we. There is a clear mistake Let me give you a simple example. And many a lot and then mama no some my lot bore Mama ne kwada no. Lot did not know anything. Let's read from the Bible. Genesis chapter number 19. Genesis 19 verse number 31. And the firstborn said unto the younger one, Lot ne baba penyini ene ne baba ketwa. Penyini say ketwa na say, our father is old. Yeje ya kwakrawo. And there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth. Be me bia noa, obeba no ne abeda. Ye nyo bi oni ebe enjoyment. Come, bra, let us make our father drink wine. Ye my papa omro, and we will lie with him. That we may preserve seed of our father. I want to so able continue. And they made their father drink wine that night. And the firstborn went in and lay with the father, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. And it came to pass on the morrow, that is Adechiano, that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesternight with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go thou in and lay with him, that he may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night also. And the younger arose and lay with him, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Thus were both the daughters of Lot with a child by their father. The firstborn bare a son, and called his name Moab, the same as the father of the Moabites unto this day. And the younger, she also bare a son called his name Ben-Ami, the same as the father of the children of Ammon on this day. So, Lot ne man on papa koda the father couldn't know ne air koswo because he was drunk. How then that in place of Noah there, Noah was able to know? Meanwhile, Noah brother. Where be shake Lot there no, ye ba be da no so, ye bu atopa, born riding. Lot ehunu se enyene da. But edu Noah so no, Noah, his son only peeped, yet almost say, Noah was able to know when he woke up. Apa to libeni. And we been a Moshe fan Cartoon Network. No? And you never was someone I tell you, more than more, you get to know me. After washes and discrepancies, beer, it was her story mukra yesterday. Moshe see any copy a mistake. Genesis 5 verse 32. Also Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Yenko Genesis 9. Genesis 9:22 story no. Also and Ham, the father of Canaan, and I say Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brethren without. And say Ham no wo Canaan, uti wasumye. And Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it upon their shoulders, and went backwards and covered the nakedness of their father, and their faces were backward, and they saw not their father's nakedness. And Noah awoke from his wine. Na la ilaha illallah. Nyamine nkomchini ekwawinsani oburo until so mochuro se Noah awoke from his wine. Noah nyane e wone nsaburu mu inna kadhalika najzil musinin. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Nyamine nkomchini in Islam nkomchefo anya aborofo nkomchefo anya nipa genjan omunye nipa kukurufo no maboro nsa ada ne kwawensafo ada adeja. We watem di Bible di nkomchefo. فويل للذين يكتبون الكتاب بأيديهم ثم يقولون هذا من عند الله ليشتروا به ثمنا قليلا. Ebinono. And to say, and Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his younger son had done unto him. And Hanso tie almost say Hamu tio enokunwe Hamu ye the younger son. Na say in Genesis 9 no. In Genesis chapter number 9, no, I can't see Genesis 9, verse number 24. Or say Noah, the younger son, and a which is Ham. But over Genesis 5, verse number 32, Noah, the youngest son, Japheth. Or say Noah begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So Ham is a middle. How did Ham become the youngest son? Here to us. So let's forgive that one and move forward. So Obiehu. Verse number 25, and he cursed, and he said, Cursed be Canaan. But how will Noah curse Canaan? What was his crime instead of Ham? Adentina Noah alayhi salam on curse obi okwahwe na deja. Na ye gusuru bi sese bone ben potin. Ena Canaan ye curse no when Ham na ekwahwe ne papa na deja. Bone ben na Canaan ya Noah sorry all curse Ham. Christosomon mo nya check mu books no mo hwe Munsuya de na munja rough no we edafem we that of him. Ye bi sam mo mena be yin ano awoy sofo. Mo be yin ano. Apempem mo be yin ano. Bone ben na Canaan oye instead of Ham. Quran made it so clean. Say Canaan or a disbeliever. But the Bible say the one who sinned against his father was Ham. Canaan did not sin against Noah. Why? When Ham will Canaan, how will he stop Ham no okakese Canaan? When Ezekiel 18 verse 18 to 22 say, "Yenkum obi bone ho." Kotren ko mo fifiri about pontreni. Some mistake we. So this mistake be and this rabbi or say o chiremu. I know to say sa Canaan we and a Quran can so you know about na or you know about any no one na osane se wan so nyamenti on kanoa emma ho ono and a Quran ka se ono na nsuo no fa no. On the contrary enye enkwalawi. So the Bible itself has discrepancies on its own. But let's listen to this Prof Nimfiembra. Sir Professor we ka bribu hanom. I suggest that the text was revised by an editor who took the euphemism seeing nakedness literally as if the sin was really visual alone. Whether out of deference to Noah, or in the name of modesty more generally. This editor sought to temper the severe offense of forced incest with an incapacitated father. This reinterpretation was accomplished by adding a report about the two brothers contrasting acts of covering their father without looking. The same editor also added the report of the perpetrator mockingly, relating to his brothers that he saw their father's nakedness. Verse 22, he told, that's Genesis 9 verse 22, no? He told his two brothers who were outside, so as to facilitate the subsequent presentation of their brothers, contrasting acts. The same editor then added the blessing of Shem and Japheth, the two good brothers or sons, at the end of the story. In short, according to this reconstruction, the blessings of Shem and Japheth, beginning with, he also said, and the subordination of Canaan to both of them are secondary verses 26 to 27. Addition, that's the original story told simply of the sin of the youngest son against his father and the cursing of Canaan to be subservient to his unnamed brothers. Admittedly, this story is disappointingly brief in comparison with the one we are used to. On the other hand, it seems only fitting that a story as unseemly as this one will lack narrative embellishment and be as concise and to the point as possible. For a comparison with the similarly brief account of Reuben and Bilhah. So we the story need fabrications will be added. And he's feeling so disappointed in this editor. And you're going to this Jewish rabbi neka. So be more sent we can't say Quran copy from the Bible no and on sign a mistake. The Quran came to confirm send me train. They are high so same rabbi say why curse Canaan and not Ham? You know, Ham is the father of the black people. The Jews claim say Ham was cursed, and so the black people are cursed, and blacks will serve them eternally. La ilaha illallah. And Moshe seems to be confused and obsessed with these things. Now, I said the original story about forced rape of a father will explain why Noah will curse his youngest son so harshly. But Canaan is not Noah's youngest son. Japheth is in fact Canaan isn't. Noah's son, Canaan isn't Noah's son at all. For this reason, many scholars suggest that in earlier form of the story, Canaan must have been Noah's youngest son, not Japheth. So there is a debate on the. Some scholars say Canaan or Noah's youngest son. Ebinum say Noah's youngest son. So without reduction, supplement of Ham, the father of Canaan, verse 22 would have originally read Ham, the father of Canaan. It indeed makes perfect sense to accept this reconstruction of 9 verse 22, Genesis 9 verse 22. Say, or a correction, and Christians must accept this. So, Bible in Genesis 9:22, it is read as, and Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and told his two brethren without. And Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it upon their shoulders and went backwards and covered the nakedness of their father. And their faces were backward and they saw not their father's nakedness. So this professor we all can't try and say, look, the translation is even wrong. Timye, professor say the translation is wrong. It should be read as Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father's nakedness. It indeed makes perfect sense to accept this reconstruction and to assume that if the story concludes with the cursing of Canaan, Canaan must have been the original youngest son, culprit of the story. So the curse, if it is Canaan, not a word there, then obviously Canaan you know about. So are there scholars the Bible scholars they are not able to even ascertain which is which. They're not able to even prove who is saying the truth and who is not. And you come and say Quran copied it. Come back again.
Annabi Muhammad Sayyidun Annabi Muhammad Adin Annabi Muhammad Muhudin Annabi Muhammad Muqaddamu Annabi Muhammad Azizun Annabi Muhammad Fadilun Annabi Muhammad Mufaddilun Annabi Muhammad Muhammad Annabi Muhammad Muhammad Annabi Rasulallah Annabi